Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome for today's continuous discussion on this what they call Nectar of Devotion. So today is 10th November 2025, Monday morning. So we gathered here to continue our discussion on chapter 25, Devotees of Krishna. Very important topic. So now we're going to study about who are the devotees of Krishna and why we should be very respectful. Okay. And okay. So before we start our usual practice, let's offer obeisances to all our spiritual master, preceptor, and get their costless mercy so that we can study and understand this subject matter. Okay. Okay, let's do our invocation prayer. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobistam Stapidam Yena Bhutali Swayam Rupa Karamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Uttapadakamam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajadam Shahagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajiva Sadvaita Savaduta Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakan Vidam Cha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimadi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvashesha Shunyavadi Pasachari Starine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimadi Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Shri Varshabhana Videvidaitaye Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Viknana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryo Jvala Premadya Sri Rupanuga Bhaktira Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namastute Namaste Gauramani Shri Murtai Dina Tarine Rupanuga Viruda Pasitanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gaura Kishoraaya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Sambodhe Padam Pujaite Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupai Rupanu Gaurayate Gaura Virbhava Bhumi Stum Nidasa Sajina Priya Vaishnava Sarupa Uma Sri Jagannatayate Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Paditanam Pavinibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Om Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Garutise Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavadaram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanuste Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim Yat kripa tamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So, I'm very happy to meet all of you here today. So today we're going to continue our discussion on this fantastic topic on 25. Okay. So always keep Nectar of Devotion as our guidebook. So it is not only now we are studying in detail, but at the same time, also keep it as your reference and make a point that this book that you should at least spend half an hour a day, at least, right, to read and to understand. Okay, because after the class, because as you know, this book is going to be our guidebook to be successful in devotional service. Right? Even in school, I remember my children going to school, they carry their law book, Peraturan Undang-Undang Sekolah. And they have to read it every day and they have to keep it on their pocket. They have to take it every day to school. And every morning during that assembly, they'll be just reading one rules. All right. So they ensure that they remember by heart all the rules of the school. Similarly, when we are talking about some glorious topic, we are talking on glorious topic on the Nectar of Devotion. So therefore, we have to always keep this book handy, take it with you wherever you go, and any free time, please refer and don't randomly read, thoroughly read. Okay, we have discussed that, I think, few classes before. Why thorough reading is very important. Because Prabhupada's purport is amazing. It's the purport that not only favors a neophyte, a newcomer, but it also can be scrutinizingly studied and understood. All right. So keep this book handy. So today the topic that we're going to discuss here is devotees of Krishna. Before that, we have already discussed on this topic, what they call further traits of Krishna. Before that, we studied about why Krishna is the supreme personality. All right. So it's quoted from Brahma Samhita. All right. Yashyai Kanishvashita Kalam Atavalambya Jivanti Loma Bilaja Jagat Andanata Vishnur Mahan Sa Ihayasya Kala Vishesho Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajamin. Okay, it's Brahma Samhita 5.59. All right, it's confirmed Brahma Samhita wherein stated, let me offer respectful obeisances unto Govinda, whose partial representative only Mahavishnu, and of course from there all that incarnation, a plenary and portion of the plenary. So how we understand the portion of the portion, all right? Just example that I gave, that is, we have say someone is serving me rice, all right? Without me noticing, they put a huge amount of rice. So I couldn't take it. Hey, why did you serve me a lot? Then I see, okay, Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu is sitting beside me. I say, Prabhu, if you don't mind, can you just take a portion of my rice? All right. So from that portion, I just take a portion, give it to him. And he realized, oh, it's too much for me. So he takes it and give it to Vraja Prema. All right. Can you take a portion? That's a portion of the portion. That's what it's meant. So that means Krishna, but of course, in mundane example that I'm giving here is when I have got so much of rice, when I give half, that means I only have half. And from the half, when Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu give it to Vraja Prema, from there, it become even smaller. Okay. But Krishna is not like that. All the expansion of Krishna is complete. Krishna is Purnam. His expansion is also Purnam. All right. And it's all self. Even the expansion of the expansion in this material universe, this material world is also complete whole. Okay. Where is the evidence? From the invocation of Ishopanishad. Om Purnamada. There. Purnamidam. Here. There also complete. Here also Purnamada, Purnamidam. Purnat Purnamudachyate, Purnasya Purnamagai, Purnam Eva Vashishyate. All right. So like that. So we understood that. Then after that, we went to the following topic, further traits of Krishna. So here we are talking about how he's decorated. All right. Then he's enjoying. Okay. He got a tendency to enjoy. Then he's Madhuryam. That means he's very pleasing. Okay. And Mangalyam. Mangalyam means he's dependable. And Styrium, steady. And Teja. Teja means predominating. So these are the certain topics that, okay, Yata. Okay, now quoting. Lalitam. Lalitam means meticulous dresser. He dressed well. And magnanimous, Audaryam. Okay, Audaryam, magnanimous. So these were the qualities of Krishna. All right, so we discuss further traits. Okay, so now after understanding Krishna, now understanding the most important topic is devotees of Krishna. Okay, it's very important. Let's see who are the fortunate people here. Okay. Thank you all for joining us. Ata Krishna Bhaktaha Tat Bhava Bhavita Swanta Krishna Bhakta Iti Ritaha. A person who is always absorbed in Krishna consciousness is called devotee of Krishna. So the word that we should consider is absorbed. What does that absorb means? Absorb means, say when you take a sponge, when you put in a water, it absorbs the water. So once it becomes absorbed, it remains wet. So a person who is a devotee of Krishna means the one who engage in devotional service 24/7. While he's working, while he's reading, studying, sleeping, evacuating, bathing, just name it. In every time, he's always absorbed in trance. In trance means it's not like we are talking about that trance when people get in Thaipusam, not that kind of trance. Trance means samadhi. Samadhi means you're fully absorbed in the thought of Krishna. All the pastimes of Krishna. So we have studied all the pastimes, 64 qualities of Krishna with some examples. Right? So how did Krishna did? Even when we are in the toilet evacuating, we still can meditate on some pastimes of Krishna. That means even your body is performing the act of evacuation, but your mind is fully absorbed in the thought of Krishna. So a person who is always, okay, there's another word that we should consider here, right? The person is always absorbed, not every Sunday. Every Sunday come to temple and get absorbed. No. The one who is always absorbed in what? In Krishna consciousness. Consciousness means what? We always thinking of Krishna, absorbed in his thought. All right? Not become a bhakta or bhaya bhakti, you know. Think when you go to temple, when you see the deity, only you start to have Krishna consciousness. No. So Krishna consciousness. Okay, can anyone tell me what is Krishna consciousness? In a term that we studied in Bhakti Loka. What is Krishna consciousness means? In other words, anyone remember? What is the terminology given for Krishna consciousness? Anyone? Vaishnava Prabhu, Charana Mataji, Gandhi Mataji, Nanda Devi Mataji, Saras Mataji, Vivan, Vraja Prema. What is Krishna consciousness? You know, don't know, or forgotten?
Consciousness is someone.
Pure devotion.
Oh, correct. Very good. Well said. Pure devotion. Krishna consciousness means what? I'm so happy, Mataji. You are still so much absorbed. It means pure devotion. All right, pure devotional service. Or, okay, we just put it pure devotion. Okay, so Krishna consciousness means pure devotion. Okay, so when we call as International Society for Krishna Consciousness, or we also can call it also like pure bhakti. Okay, we also can call as pure bhakti. So that is pure bhakti translated into English by Prabhupada as Krishna consciousness. Very good. So now, so when we are always absorbed in pure bhakti, pure means what? We are not tainted. We don't have any other thought. We are just simply have the thought of Krishna purely without any adulteration. Okay. So now let's look at Rupa Goswami quoting from all the Vedas. Yo, sorry. Yo Satya Vakya. Satya Vakya. Satya means truth. Vakya means speech. Yo Satya Vakya Idi Adya. Priman Ityantima Gunaha. Prokta Krishnesya Bhakteshu. Te Vikneyu Manishibihi. I hope that you all are having a book with you, Nectar of Devotion. This is page 203. If you don't have a book, at least you try to write it down in your piece of paper, or at least take a photo of this. All right, take a snapshot, but better if you can write it down. Even if you take a snapshot, please go and write it down, because like for instance, yesterday, today is my daughter is having a trials, STPM trials. So she in the morning she told me this. You know why I could remember a lot of things? You know, I think I remember this better. I remember the topic better. I said, why? When I was driving her to school this morning, she was telling, I said, why? Because I write it down. My friends simply download and keep it. They just simply download the topics and they keep it, they try to read. When they download and keep, they tend not to remember. And my daughter was telling, but I could remember because I write it down. I could just simply copy, but even from the thing, I write it down so I remember better. So that was that inspiration that I got this morning from my daughter, my girl. You know, she was telling. So therefore, the same thing. Please write it down after you highlight, or maybe you can make a small thesis about the subject that you have studied. Every chapter you finish, but it's okay. All these 23 chapters that we have passed through now, you have not read. It's okay. But this 25th chapter, please carefully and thoroughly read it, and please make a synopsis or make a thesis out of it. Write it down and make your own understanding. All right, just make a summary of from your own understanding. What did you understand? So now let's look at this. Yo Satya Vakya Ityadya Hariman Ityantima Gunaha Prokta Krishnesya Bhaktesu Te Vikneyu Manishibihi. So Rupa Goswami says that all transcendental qualities discussed previously are also found in the devotees of Krishna. Okay, all the transcendental qualities found, that all the 64 qualities plus the further trait and all that establishment, Krishna as a Supreme Lord, and all the qualities of Krishna, it is also what? It is also found. Underline the statement, found. So what are the qualities? Satya Vakya, Adya Hriman, Iti Antima Guna, Prokta Krishneshu Bhakteshu. So this kind of all the qualities, it is, it is also found in the devotees of Krishna. But we should also understand that we are all conditioned soul. Because of some little conditioning that we have, we tend to make mistake. That's why Krishna strongly warned, even my devotees is fallen. Do not offend him. Do not blaspheme him. Do not this thing. Because he said in Bhagavad Gita, even my devotees are fallen. He is still well established. You know why? Out of 8.4 million species of life, at last you found the truth. Before you could absorb the truth and make the truth manifest and make it become your habit, there will be some clearance process. During the cleaning process, there will be some distinct. Just like, say, if you are renovating your house, you are beautifying your house. Okay, like what happened to my neighbor house. He was renovating for almost a year. So annoying, right? But I know when he beautify the house, my house will be automatically beautiful. My house will be attractive. But in that process of beautifying, all right, there's a lot of dirt and noise were thrown out. So when I was staying beside, it also annoyed me so much. So like that. Similarly, when a devotee are on the way to perfection, he may have some flaws. Doesn't matter. So that's what in Harinam Chintamani, Rupa Goswami also give a suggestion. Not suggestion. Harinam Chintamani means what? No, sorry, Harinam Chintamani. Upadesha Mrita, nectar of instruction. What is nectar of instruction? Instruction, not suggestion. It says when you see a neophyte devotee, Kanishta, mentally honor him. When you see a Madhyamadhikari, open your heart and talk to him confidentially. When you see Uttamadhikari, surrender unto him. So doesn't matter whichever condition the devotee can be, even his Kanishta, we have to honor him mentally. Of course, sometimes they can be so annoying, can be so irritating, can be toxic, can be frustrating. So we just mentally honor him. We do not need to sit and associate with him. When you say devotee, Hare Krishna, yes. Hi, how are you? Are you okay? Okay. And avoid him. But honor has to be done, even mentally. Mentally. All right? We should not this thing. Because even a Kanishta is still potential of creating pure devotees. Right? When a Kanishta knows, I have to do Sankirtan, he going to distribute one book. Then after that, it disappears. So when that book, someone reads, and he has a change in his heart, and he becomes a pure devotee. A Kanishta going to invite another devotee, come, please come and join this Hare Krishna. It's very interesting. Every Sunday, you dance. You know, this is more decent dancing, not like Zumba. Why are you wasting your time in Zumba? You have to pay. This is free. Come and dance in the temple with live music. Right? Live music, you can sing along. Then after that, after you dancing, you listen to some Krishna Katha. Right? Even if you're not interested in Krishna Katha, doesn't matter. Because after that, there is a meal, there's a feast. You've never eaten such a vegetarian food in your life. I promise you this. Come and try. Right? But what happened? Then when I come, I get absorbed. Then I get attracted. Even a Kanishta, like what Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada was invited by his good friend to go and see Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. But he doesn't want to see him. Prabhupada says, yes, I've seen too many bogus gurus in my life. I'm not interested. No, you come. He insisted. He took him and dragged him and went to him. And today Prabhupada is pure devotee and created international society, worldwide Hare Krishna movement. But after that, what happened to that devotee? Nobody knows. Prabhupada just say, my best friend took me forcefully. So even Kanishta has that power to ignite forest fire and burn down all that ignorance and nations. They have that power. Therefore, doesn't matter. Even their Kanishtas, they still have. So we must remember this very clearly. Right? So we are starting with this topic here that Rupa Goswami says, All the transcendental qualities discussed previously are also found in the devotees of Krishna. Te sadakascha siddhascha dvivida parikirtita. The devotee of Krishna can be classified into two groups. Okay, those who are cultivating devotional service. Okay, why? To enter into transcendental kingdom. They are cultivating devotional service so that he can enter into Goloka Vrindavan. And secondly, those who are already in the perfectional stage of devotional service. Only two. Those who are cultivating devotional service, trying out. The seed is sown. The tree is growing. Now cultivating, putting some fertilizer and removing the weeds. They are all in that process. Secondly, the one who are already in the perfect stage. There's two kinds. So now we're going to talk about the one who are cultivating the devotional service, they are known as sadhaka. Tatra sadhaka. Utpana rataya sanyam. Nairvignyam anupagata. Krishna sakshat kritav yogya. Sadhaka parikirtita. A person who has attained the stage of attraction for Krishna. First, they attain the stage of attraction to Krishna. They find Krishna is so beautiful, or whatever qualities they are somehow rather attracted. They are attracted by the beauty of the deities. Maybe they are attracted through Harinam. Maybe they are attracted to Prashadam. Maybe they are attracted through dancing. There's no difference because Krishna is omnipotent. He got many potencies. Like we are all different. I and my shirt is different. But Krishna and his paraphernalia, his temple, his Harinam, his Prashadam, all same. So somehow or other, a person get attracted to Krishna. All right? Attain the stage of attraction to Krishna. But is not freed from material impasse. All right? He's still not freed. That means he still haven't come out from this material bond of what they call desire. Okay? He still have that desire. He's still not totally out of it. But who has qualified himself to enter into the kingdom of God. But he has qualified himself. That means he's chanting 16 rounds every day. He's doing that puja. He's doing that this thing, fasting on Ekadasi day. Like some of you are chanting 64 rounds, and still you're not initiated. You are offering food to Krishna. That means you are qualifying yourself to enter into Krishna, into Goloka Vrindavan. But still you are attached to family, attached to children, attached to your job, attached to your grandchildren, like that. So these are the people are called as sadhaka. Please remember this by heart. Please underline sadhaka. So sadhaka means what? A person who is cultivating devotional service in Krishna consciousness. It is not like some other things. Oh, I simply go to, how about, okay, now I go to that. Like for instance, when you look at the North Indians, Gujaratis, they say, oh, we are by birth Krishna devotees. All right. By birth, we are Krishna devotees. All right. And another people like Telugus. Okay. The Telugu people, by nature, they are Krishna devotees. Okay. Perumal, Venkatachalapati. I remember when they get up, Yelu Kondavala. They sit down, Yelu Kondavala. When they do, oh, Yelu Kondavala. Right. I remember one of my maternal uncles, Yelu Kondavala. No, my wife's side. I said, what is Yelu Kondavala? Yelu Konda. Yelu means 7. Konda means mountain. Yelu Kondavala. That means the Lord of the 7 hills, Tirupati. My other side of my family members, like my side, my mother's side, Malayalis, they all worshipping Guru Vayur by default. Guru Vayur. When you look at all my grandfather's name, my mother's side, all Janardhan, Achyutan, Kesavan, Madhavan, Narayana Nair. So all these Balakrishnan, all these names by default. Okay. So the Malayali thinks, hey, I by default Krishna devotees Guru Vayur. The Telugu thinks, hey, I by default I am Bhakta of Tirupati, Yelakondavala. All right. Then the North, the Gujaratis think, oh, by default we are Krishna devotees. We are Yadav. Because the Dwaraka is there, the kingdom of Krishna. Right. So they go to temple and they sing. So are they in these? Are they known as sadhaka? Remember this. Are they called as sadhaka? But of course, South Indians are very diverse. they worship all these kind of like today I was watching one, my cousin brother sent a video about all that Muniswaran and all that Kuladevam, you know. So anyway, I don't go into that detail. So anyway, so are they called sadhakas? Oh, by default, I'm Krishna devotee. By default, I'm Tirupati, Yelkondawala devotee. I'm by this, I'm Guru Ayur. So are we called sadhaka? Remember this, because many people think by default, I'm Krishna devotee, so I know better than you. You know, sometimes when you go out preaching, go come and look at this. You know, this is my Kuladeva. Yelkondawala is my Kuladeva. Like there's certain people like in Tamil Nadu, I think they were group, I think, right? Our Kuladeva is Priya Swami. Who's that Priya Swami? Ranganathan. They are from Trichy. By default, we are Priya Swami. So like that. So now we see, are they called as sadhaka? You know, oh, I am devote. No, it's not that. Because here clearly says, Utpanna Rataya Sanyam Nairviknyam Anupagata. Krishna Sakshat Kritav Yogya. Yogya means linking, yoga, linking. Yoga means not stretching exercise. All right. The people think nowadays yoga thinks is stretching. Do gymnastic. No. Yoga means linking. Bhakti yoga means linking with Krishna through bhakti. So Kritav yoga sadhaka parikirtita. So that means a person who have attained a attraction to Krishna, yes, number one, but is not freed from material impulses, impasse. I mean, still material bondage. All right. But he has qualified himself to enter into kingdom of God, just matter of time. They are called as sadhaka. But now, further explanation, sadhaka means what? One who is cultivating devotion in Krishna consciousness. Not simply being my Kuladevam is Venkatachalapati, my Kuladevam is Priya Swami, my Kuladevam is Guru Ayur. Qualified you as sadhaka? No. Sadhaka means cultivating devotional in Krishna consciousness. So just now we said Krishna consciousness means what? Krishna consciousness means, what is it?
Pure devotion.
Pure devotion, pure bhakti. So Krishna consciousness means pure bhakti. So you have to be in the association of pure bhakti, of Krishna consciousness, right? In that environment, cultivate devotion. That's when a person is called sadhaka. Not by default, I born into this family and my Kuladeva is like this. It doesn't work that way. All right? Do remember that. Now, quoting from Srimad Bhagavatam 11.2.46. Yataika dashe ishvaratat adineshu balisheshu dishatsucha prema maitri kripopeksha ya karoti cha madhyama. So now we are talking about madhyama adhikari, madhyama. A description of such devotee found in 11th canto, chapter, 2nd chapter, verse 46. Okay, in Srimad Bhagavatam, it says that a person who is unflinching faith and love for the personality of Godhead, who is the friendship with devotees of Krishna, who is very merciful to the ignorant. How? Not ordinary, very merciful, raising them to the standard of devotional service, and who is interested, okay, now, this is very important. Okay, so now, okay, standard of devotional service, and who is uninterested in non-devotees. These are the people considered to be situated in the position of cultivating devotional service, right? So what does that mean? Okay, let's have some highlights here. First thing, when we talk about sadhaka, sadhaka means what? Which situation are they? Can anyone help me on this? There's three situations: Kanishta, Madhyama, Uttama. Sadhaka on which category?
Kanishta, Prabhu.
Very good. Kanishta. Kanishta means starting off in devotional service, neophyte. Right? Number two, here we're going to talk on Madhyama. Madhyama Adhikari. Madhyama means the one who are going in detail in devotional service. All right? So who are these people? And where is quoted from? From Srimad Bhagavatam. Not Grupa Goswami is quoting from Srimad Bhagavatam. He says, a person who has unflinching faith. Unflinching faith means what? Strong faith, unshakable. He has a strong faith. His faith is unshakable. He is fully convinced that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is fully convinced that Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya is the only Sampradaya that can take us back to Godhead. And is fully faith, like Srila Prabhupada and all our previous acharyas, are manjaris. So they have a strong faith. And this strong faith without knowledge is fanaticism. But here, what it says, unflinching faith, faith in and love. First, you have faith, then in love for the personality of Godhead. So that means he has a strong faith in love. Okay, he is so much in love, not a blind faith. Okay, in love with the person of Godhead, and at the same time, they have a strong, good friendship with Krishna devotee. They just love Krishna devotee. Or Perumal, any Vaishnavas. Whether they wear tilak like this or they wear the big tilak like how the Sri Vaishnavas, doesn't matter. They make friendship with devotees. They always like to be in association with devotee. Okay. At the same time, they are very merciful to the ignorant. When they see a devotee who are so ignorant, they mercifully try to raise them up. So why? By raising them to the standard of devotional service. Sometimes when we preach, that we see so many people with attitude problem. You know, people with attitude problem. So as a devotee, we should always must be in tolerance. You know, in Tamil, there's a saying, right? Aadramada aadi karakano, paadramada paadi karakano. So it doesn't matter how you distinct. So we must have that strong faith. And of course, we must be, so we have to raise the standard. Sometimes when we see a devotee comes in, they come, we smilingly talk to them nicely, show our love and compassion. Sometimes they'll have attitude problem. They'll call you names. They call you, you are fanatic, you are crazy. But we still have to be merciful. Like for instance, I was even accused, you know, but of course, I'm not in Madhyama. All right, I'm a pure Kanishta. But what I'm saying, like for instance, like certain incident happened. There was a devotee who used to come and attend our online classes. Very good. I was very happy. A new person. All right. Then later, that person started to accuse me of asking money. I said, since when I ask money? Oh, why is always asking for money? I said, since when I ask for money? I said, if you want to donate for Bhagavatam, up to you, you donate. You want to do this, up to you, you do. Right? Then after that, that person also went and said that I am racist. You know, so this kind of statements, this thing is coming. So as a devotee, what we should do, we should be compassionate to them. We should not take it to our heart. We should be merciful. Always let them go. Let them get ding dong here and there. Then bring them back and cultivate them back. So devotee must have a lot of patience. Even in Kanishta, in the level of Kanishta neophyte, we still can have a little traces of Madhyama. Of course, we are not to the level of Madhyama. I'm not we. That means you all are Madhyama, but I, myself, not to the level of Madhyama. But we can have that qualities. So now we understand friendship with Krishna and very merciful to the ignorant. Ignorant of what? Because when you see the next statement, who is uninterested in non-devotees. They are not interested in non-devotees because non-devotees sometimes they can be very sometimes they can be very irritating, non-devotees, because they are the haters. When you want to do something, they can come and ask you why only Krishna, no one else. So sometimes we get irritated. Wasting my time talking to him. Okay, if the person is asking out of curiosity, all right, we can help. But if the person is asking the challenging mode, we just simply keep quiet. You know, a real life example. When my sister was studying in Yogyakarta, there's one Maharaj Prabhupada disciple, they call Bhakti Raghava Swami. He don't have a leg. He only is in one leg, right? He doesn't have a leg. When the Bangladesh Muslims were trying to attack Mayapur, they throw the bomb to the temple. And he knew that's a bomb. In order to save the temple, he kicked the bomb. When they throw, he kicked the bomb and the bomb exploded on his leg. Right? Bhakti Raghava Maharaj. He's preaching in Indonesia. So that Maharaj was challenged by some of my sister's classmates. And that Maharaj simply kept quiet and refused to answer. When my sister came back to Malaysia, she asked me, oh, my friend asked the question, but that Swamiji just kept quiet. I think the Swamiji doesn't know. I think you got a better knowledge than Swamiji. I said, can you stop talking nonsense? Right? Because sometimes they are not interested. No point talking to a fool. They just simply keep quiet. Right? So like that. So the devotee who is uninterested in devotees. That means these are the Madhyama, they are sometimes not interested in devotees. What is the example like we studied in our previous, in Nectar of Devotion, in the early stage? I rather stay in the cage surrounded by forest fire. Let me be caged in a cage and surrounded by forest fire than even a moment of association with non-devotees. Why? Because the non-devotees can destroy your bhakti. Anyway, let's not go into the topic. So now, who is uninterested in devotees? Sorry, non-devotees. The word non is here, right? Non-devotees. He is considered to be situated in the position of cultivating devotional service. So that's the position that actually we are cultivating. Okay. Now let's look at the next one. Yatava Shiktapya Shru Jalot Karena Bhagavat Varta Nadi Janmana Tistati Eva Bhavakni Hetir Iti Te Diman Nalam Chintaya Hirdvyomani Amrita Spraha Hara Kripa Vrishte Sputang Lakshate Nedista Prutu Roma Tandava Bharat Krishnambu Baddas Yod Gamaha. Right, quoting from 2.1.278. So, when one is found to be shedding tears by hearing the pastime of the Lord, when we hear the thing, right? When we hear when we hear the pastime of Krishna, the tears start come out. It is to be understood that the blazing fire of material existence will be extinguished by such watering. So, what is Rupa Goswami is mentioning? So, when someone hears Krishna Katha, go into ecstasy and start crying or start tearing. So what is mentioned? The blazing fire of material existence, which will be extinguished by that such tears. All right. When there is shivering of the body is shivering, and the hairs of the body stand up. What? Prutu Roma Tandava. Oh, look at the word Tandava. Tandava means what? Dancing uncontrollably. So when the hairs start to stand to the erect, when the body starts shivering, Roma means, even Malay also we call bulu Roma, right? All this we call bulu Roma. When the Roma standing up, the hair stands up, the body shivering, all right? It is to be understood that that devotee is nearing perfection. These are the devotees who are nearing perfection or achieving pure devotional service. Okay, so let's check and balance. Where are we standing? So if we are not, we have to work hard. Okay, anyway, let's go to Bilva Mangala Tulyaye Sadakasye Prakirtita. An example of sadhaka cultivating devotional service is Bilva Mangala Thakur. All right, Bilva Mangala Thakur, of course, the one that attracted to the prostitute, and after that, with the Chintamani, the prostitute will be advising him, and he became a devotee. So sadhaka, that means a neophyte cultivating devotional is called. The example is Bilva Mangala Thakur. Ata Siddhaha Avitnata Kila Klesha Sada Krishna Shrita Kriyaha Siddhashyo Santata Prema Shaukashvada Vada Prayanaha. When a devotee is never tired of executing devotional service, that means the devotee can simply go on working and never got tired. He is always engaged in Krishna conscious activities. They always engage in Krishna conscious activity. Constantly, remember the word constantly, underline, constantly, not whenever you feel like it, constantly relishing the transcendental mellows in relationship with Krishna is called perfect. These are the perfect devotees who are constantly engaging. Sampraptya siddhaya siddha, nitya siddhascha te vidvida. Tatra samprapta siddhaya, sadhana kripaya chasya, dvida sampratya siddhaya. All right. So now, dvida means what? Two. Okay. Dvida is two. So in this perfectional stage, now Rupa Goswami is continuing. Perfectional stage, can be achieved in two ways. How can you become perfect? You can do it in two ways. What are the ways? One may achieve the stage of perfection by gradual progress in devotional service. So gradual process in devotional service. All right. So by gradual process means we start from where? Sometimes when we are in sickness, I'm having a bad cough. I cannot take the whole cough mixture and drink it, thinking it'll be cured. It doesn't work that way. Gradually, as per prescribed by the doctor, 5 ml 3 times a day, I have to take it. Constantly, gradually. So gradually, this similarly, so the perfectional stage will come gradually. Maybe it may take 1 birth, 2 birth, 3 birth, 4 birth. You know, but doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many births we're going to take, but we are on our way back home, back to Godhead. Right? So, like sometimes, that's why I'm saying, make your journal. When I start to make my journal, I realize 32 years in ISKCON, in devotional service, in Hare Krishna, 32 years this year. Yes, this November. Yes, this is my 32nd anniversary because I joined Hare Krishna, Krishna consciousness in somewhere around what's the date? Somewhere around 10th of November. Oh yeah, today is 10th November. I think around this period of time, in the year 1993, I became a devotee. After 32 years, I start to realize I have not moved an inch from where I started off. Still in a pure Kanishta standard. So when we start to do our journal, we start to realize, oh my God, I have not moved an inch. I can be initiated. I can do this, I can do puja, I can do everything. But consciously, have you evolved? We have to check and balance. Have I evolved? I'm cooking for deities. I've taken Brahmana. I'm worshipping the deities. I'm cooking for the deities. I'm distributing books. I'm doing this, that, this, that, this, that, this, that. Can you chant attentively? That is your benchmark. That is your test. No, when what they call, what is the thing they call? There's a word. There's a word. You know, you test. It's a test kit. There's a word they used to follow. You know the pH tester. What do you call that?
Litmus test. Litmus.
Litmus test. Yes. So litmus is a kind of small kind of paper. It tests. Litmus test. You have to test. Have I evolved? Okay, how to know? I am doing great service. I'm working up for Mangalarti. You know, I'm doing this Samsara Dava, then followed by Narsinga prayers, then followed by Tulsi Puja. You know, I cook, I offer to the deities. I eat only prasadam. You know, I eat only prasadam. Then after that, I go out and I do preaching. I cultivate devotees. I'm always with tilak. This and that. But now externally, yes, you have evolved. You have out of this material condition. But now the question is, have you evolved consciously? So 2 ways of checking and balance, like what I did, my own check and balance. I'm not saying anyone. I'm saying my life. Every Ekadasi day, we had a strong belief in the house. Ekadasi day is the day to feast. Ekadasi day is supposed to fast. But Ekadasi day is the feast. My wife will make buckwheat dosa with chutney. Fantastic breakfast. Followed by lunch. What they call the roja. And all varieties. On ordinary days, maybe there'll be 3 or 5 offerings. On Ekadasi day, we have standard 7, 8 offerings. Then at night, we end our Ekadasi by having pizza. My wife will make buckwheat pizza. You know? So every night we think, okay, Ekadasi night is the day for pizza. It's happened. Always. Every Ekadasi night is pizza prasadam. She'll make that buckwheat flour and make into a dough and put all the things. So, Ekadasi day is the day to restrain. But Ekadasi day became the day of feasting. Like I've seen people say, oh, on Ekadasi day, what to eat? Prabhu, can I eat this? Can I eat that? Oh, I make sure I don't break your fast. But what is the intention of Ekadasi? Slow down on your life, increase your japa. Another way of test and balance. My own test and balance, check and balance is what? When I chant Hare Krishna, can I pay attention to my Harinam? No. Maybe out of X round that I'm chanting a day, maybe few names, maybe few beats, only I can concentrate on Krishna. Out of all the numbers of rounds that I chant, maybe only 5 beats I can remember, attentively remember Krishna. And that also not properly. Because it says that even at one time, you chant purely, you immediately get relief from this material condition. Not even a single tear comes out. You know? So what happened? So that means after 32 years of practice, we are still trying to come to first level of sadhaka, perfection sadhaka. So think, where do you stand? Make your journal. Are you really doing it? Right? I was surprised. When I started to check and balance on my life, I was surprised. Right? So like that. So the perfection is gradual process, but still it's okay. Right? Maybe in this birth, you are trying to set the scene. Next birth, you try to become perfect in sadhaka. The following birth, maybe you become perfect in madhyama. And the following birth, you can become to the level of uttamadhikari or pure devotee of the Lord. Perfectional stage. But it's okay. Because that's what Bhakti Vinod Thakur is giving assurance. For a devotee, there's no past. It doesn't matter what you have done in your life. It doesn't matter. All the crazy, nasty things is okay. It doesn't matter. And for a devotee, there's no aspiration about the future. In the future, I want to go back home, back to God. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Like you go wherever. But at this particular, because for a devotee, now is the moment he lived to the fullest. When I listen to the class, I listen to the fullest. And the time when I hold the beats, when I start to chant, I chant to the fullest. That's why, again, I'm telling you, journaling is very important. Find where do you fault, where there's a fault in your sadhana, and try to rectify it. So consciously you are curing. So one may achieve this stage of perfection. How? It doesn't work that way. It's gradual progress. Gradually. Okay? And secondly is, one may become perfect by the causeless mercy of Krishna. Okay? That means, like when Krishna suddenly appears in front of you, right? Like what happened to Dhruva Maharaj. When Krishna, Narayana appeared in front of him. So, like that. Even though he has not executed all the details of devotional service. That means, even though a person is not done any devotional study, when Krishna appears in front of you, you go into that perfectional stage. But in the history, in Srimad Bhagavatam, maybe 1 or 2 incidents. Out of all the incidents since time immemorial, there's 1 or 2 incidents happened that way. Even when Krishna was in the Kaurava dynasty, Duryodhana could not recognize him. Could not recognize him as the supreme personality. He is in the Swarup. So like that. So the second method, that means one become perfect by causeless mercy of Krishna, it's very rare. So the first step, it is what? It's quite common. Tatra sadhana siddhaha yata tritye. Okay, quoting from 3rd canto Srimad Bhagavatam, it says, Yachar vrjantya animishyam rishabhanuvritya dure yama hya upari na sprahaniya shilaha bartur mitasu yashasha katana nuragaha vaiklavya bashpa kalaya pulaki krtanga. So there's a statement, nice statement in the 3rd canto, 15th chapter, verse 25 of Bhagavatam, describing devotee who achieve perfectional stage by regular executing devotional service. Regular. Okay, not whenever you feel like it. A person who is freed from false egoism of material existence, right? Or the word or an advanced mystic. So that means a person who freed from false egoism. Who? I am Indian. I am Chinese. I am Malaysian. I am doctor. I am this. I am that. Who are you to tell me? You know? Expecting some kind of recognition. Why? When I go to the temple, no one recognizes me. You know, we try to think. Even you try not to think, but the stupid mind will make you, will confuse you. I give you a good example what happened in Radha Yatra, recent Radha Yatra. In recent Radha Yatra, I saw that everyone getting garland. And I was thinking in my heart, I am a senior devotee. Everyone around getting garland. Why no one garland me? The thought came. I'm being very honest here. You know, all the senior devotees getting garland. And some devotees who are 15, 20-year-old also get garland. It's a kind of respect. And I am thinking in my heart, how come I'm not getting any garland? You know, I was just looking, I went near. I couldn't control myself. It's my mind that dragged me. And I'm telling, then I was like, see, nobody respect me here. Then suddenly Siva Chaitanya Prabhu came and put a garland on me. Then I start to realize, oh my God, how foolish I am. Even how much you go, the egoism still follows. All right. Then after that, I was thinking, oh, there's a lot of prasadam available. And I saw that everyone's taking prasadam. But I tell myself, I have seen you, Krishna, and this prasadam is served there. I'm happy. I don't want anything. Because I feel so ashamed how that I was thinking I need a garland. Right? But my heart's telling, how come there's so many prasadam that, not getting anything, why this, why that? Because the conditioned mind. Suddenly, Saki Champakalata Mataji, one of the participants here, Saki Mataji from Skudai. What she did? She got a what do you call? Coconut. Maha. She immediately took the coconut. I was just walking near. Suddenly she just turned back. She took the coconut, which is supposed to be for her. She immediately gave it to me. Prabhu, please take this Maha. I said, no, you take. No, you take. She gave me the Maha. Then there's another devotee gave me one mango. Then I said, oh my God, why am I? So, even how much that we are advancing in devotional service, egoism is something very hard to overcome. When you have that kind of thought, why I am not recognized, why I am not getting all these things, it's something check. Because I came back, I immediately write down in my journal. I still have that subtly in my mind. Krishna created an opportunity for you to realize. When you go there, nobody recognize you, nobody put garland for you. Nobody giving you Mahaprasadam. Nobody seems to be bothered about you. Why? Then after that, the stupid mind start to tell me, look here, you are a senior devotee. The seniority, the so-called seniority. I'm a senior fool. I forgot to identify myself as a senior fool. But there I went and say, I am a senior person here. Why am I not getting recognized? So that's very, very important. All right. So that's why its statement here in 3rd Canto, 15th chapter, verse 25, Krishna said, all right, 3rd chapter. Okay, who is speaking in the 3rd chapter? Can anyone? Who is that person speaking? Anyone can tell me? Anyone knows? Hare Krishna? Yes or don't know? Come on, someone say something. Am I audible?
Don't know,
yes.
Prabhu. Don't know. I don't know.
Uddhava and Vidura is a discussion between Uddhava and Vidura. We see Uddhava in 3rd canto, then we see him in the 11th canto. So the Uddhava Vidura discussion. Where's my Bhagavatam? Right? Can you please double check? Any one of you got a Bhagavatam set? I don't want to speculate. Oh, Krishna. Appa. All right. So Bhagavatam. 3rd canto. I don't have a 3rd canto with me now. I only got 1st and 2nd canto. Appa. Can anyone check your database? 3rd canto. Anyone of you trying?
Yes, Prabhu, it's Vidura. Questions by Vidura.
Correct. All right. Okay. I'm not speculating. Thank God. No, suddenly when I say that, suddenly I start to have doubtful. Because I know Vidura is the one that's speaking. But suddenly the doubt came in my mind. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Krishna giving me the... See, again, the ego is coming. Wow, I know Bhagavatam. Krishna is telling, Krishna is giving me memory. See, again, the ego is coming and hitting me. Krishna, please forgive me for that. So now, if Vidura is explaining to, Uddhava explaining to Vidura. Yes or not, Mataji? Vidura and Uddhava, right? The questions by Vidura, right? The topic, the title?
The first chapter is questions by Vidura, but the 15th chapter stated here is Sri
Oh, third chapter. 15th chapter, yes, correct.
Text 1 says Sri Maitreya said, my dear Vidura, like that is starting like.
Okay. So Maitreya, that means it's a discussion between Maitreya and Vidura. All right, Maitreya Rishi. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much, Mataji. Not Vidura, Maitreya. But of course, Vidura also will be speaking on the third canto. So anyway, so when Vidura going on pilgrimage, he used to go and meet all these pure devotees, Maitreya Rishi, and they will have a discussion. That's quoted in this canto 3, chapter 15. All right. So it says that freed from all false egoism. It's very important. We have to be freed from all egoism of material existence. Number one. So I give you some analogy, my own personal life experience, right? About egoism. How subtly the ego can come and trigger you. Okay. Or secondly, advanced mystic. Advanced mystic means what? The one who like to do all this kind of magic show. The Siddhi. Animishya Rishabhana Vritte, Yudure Yamahi Uparinas Britanita, Parturmita Vashasha Katanaruga. All right. So the advanced mystic. So what happened to these people? The one who are free from false ego and free from all these kind of magic shows, Siddha, wasting their life meditating in the cave and everything just to get some this thing. Like the day I saw something, some yogi, there was a dry branch. He took a stick and put it on the dry branch, suddenly poof, like a magic branch, suddenly a plant leaf came out. Right? Another guy sitting and meditating in the snow. His snow. He just took his finger and just put it on top, on the snow. He just did like that. Suddenly a fire emanates from the snow. So this kind of mystics. So we have to be free from false egoism, free from all mystic. Who are these people? These are the one is eligible to enter into kingdom of God. These are the people who are eligible. So when we still have that egoism, are we going to go back to Godhead? Ask ourselves. That's why again I'm telling you, please make your journal. Journaling is must. If you're not going to make your journal, you're just going to be another random person. Pattoda padanonu. But if you're going to make your journal, you are a specific person. Specifically, you are trying to check and balance. If I didn't come back and write the journal, I could have missed that egoism that started right in front of the deity of Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra. I'm so grateful to Saki Mataji, okay? Because when she gave me that, I said, no, you are my guru, you are my asan. She said the word that I can never forget. Then I start to think how foolish I can be. Setting up wrong example. Sometimes, anyway, I don't go into the details. So anyway, so these are the people eligible into the kingdom of God, which is known as Vaikunta. Such a mystic becomes joyful by constant execution of regulative principle of devotional service. So what? The mystic or the Siddha, when they start to perform the regulative principle, Vaidhi sadhana or devotional service, he can be very joyful. And he thereby achieves the special favor of the Supreme Lord. Okay? He gets the special favor. That's when Krishna starts to favor. What is the favor? Can anyone tell me? What does it mean by favor, special favor? We discussed this. Yeah. Vaishnava Prabhu?
Costless mercy.
No. What is a special favor Krishna can give you?
The
You already got costless mercy. That's why you're here.
Krishna Prema, Prabhu.
Yes. Fantastic. Prema. We can work hard up to Bhava. we can work up to bhava. We can work up, maybe come to the level of bhava, ecstatic, rupanuga, spontaneous. We can do that with our effort. But in order to get the prema, Krishna have to give you. So that's why I see when we do detailed studies, we understand, oh, that's what it means. So that means regulate principle devotional service and thereby achieve a special favor. We achieve the special favor means what? We get the favor from Krishna. So what Krishna can give you? Prema. Prema. Prema bhakti. But when this, then what happened? How about Yamaraj? The mighty superintendent of death, Yamaraj. What is mentioned here? Afraid to go near such a devotee. So now we think, oh, when we start to practice sadhana bhakti, we won't see Yamaraj, they say. But now we understand from this statement, who is the person that Yamaraj afraid to go near? Is it a person like me who has so much of ego? No. Yamaraj is afraid to go near a devotee who is free from material egoism, false ego. We can purify our mind by chanting Hare Krishna. We can purify our intelligence by Krishna Katha and study the Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, yes. But ego is very, very hard. It's so subtle. When we look at this creation of the material universe, I think I've discussed that so many times. There's many layers. The final layer is ahankar, or false ego. The widest among the material covering. We cannot go there with our own effort, but we can go there by the mercy of the spiritual master. The spiritual master can hold your hand and this thing. But in order to do that, we have to at least come out of false egoism while we are alive in this material world. Egoism means you are identifying yourself with something. If identify with something means we are identifying with our body. When we identify with our body, we identify with our lineage. I born from this family. This is my caste. I born in this family. And you identify using your intelligence. I am this much educated. I am a master's PhD. Then identify with your wealth. See, I'm a millionaire. And these people don't even respect me. So that's how you start to identify yourself with all the things that you have. Good birth, nice illustrious family, the property, all right, the fortune, the money in the bank, your education. So when we start to do that, or the qualification, I'm sannyasi, I'm vanaprastha, even in devotional service. So when we are out of these things, that's when the Yamaraj is afraid to come near you. All right. But what happened to us? It's okay, don't worry. We will never go to hell. We will go, Yamadutas will take us respectfully, will put us on a chariot and take us to Yamapuri. Yes, we will still go to Yamapuri. Once we go to Yamapuri, we will meet Yamaraj in the eastern gate. In the eastern gate, Yamaraj will be in the form of Dharmaraj. He will welcome you, give you a feast. And when there's another devotee who are preparing for a child, he will send you into that womb. You continue your sadhana bhakti. But for karmi, the journey to hell will be dragged. They will put like a cowboy, when they put the thing around your neck and they'll drag you. And you go there, while on the way, get whacked. Once you reach Yamapuri, you meet Yamaraj in Southern Gate. In Southern Gate, you see the ghastly form, Yamaraj. 20 foot tall, 20, 30 foot tall. Ugly, horrible form. Yamadutas itself very ugly and scary. And imagine Yamaraj. Right? They are even terrible. So, like that. So, he mighty. So, that means even Yamaraj, the superintendent of death, afraid to go such a devotee. And now Prabhupada is explaining. So, we can imagine the potency of advanced devotional service. So, the potency of advanced devotional service is very important. Especially when devotees sit together and engage in talking of the pastime of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So when a devotee should gather and talk about the pastimes, that means we are engaging in Krishna Katha. So rather go to a temple and talk nonsense, asking about the child, asking about the grandchildren and all this kind of thing, gossiping, you rather prepare a group of devotees who are favorable, same-mindedness, and sit and do Krishna Katha. On these, I am considered the most fortunate one, because I have all of you wonderful devotees who gather with so much of enthusiasm every day, every morning and evening. Sometimes when you do evening, you all are gathered here. Because of your enthusiasm, I am studying this thing. If I were to do it alone, I am a lazy person. All right, that's all. I'm so grateful to each and every one of you. Thank you so much. So similarly, that's why I say don't associate with non-devotees, because non-devotees will talk about politics, Anwar's policy. You know what Anwar did is wrong, or this did wrong. The racism is happening in this country. Only this particular group is given all the benefit. Like recently, the Sultan Pera Dattowship, you know. So far in the list, only one guy said only 2 Indians and 1 Chinese only got it Dattowship. All these others are there. These kind of nonsense prajalpa. It's called prajalpa. Nonsense stories. When we start to engage in that, we are wasting our valuable time. You know, it reminds me of what my father used to say. When my father was introducing me to my wife that time, okay, it's an arranged thing. My father used to tell told my wife, I mean, when earlier time when they would try to like matchmake me, after my father said about me, some or other my wife got interested. But after that, my father said something, but a word of warning. He said, "What is it, uncle?" Okay, he said it. He read only Shastra. When he speak, he only preach. He said it nicely in Tamil. Padichal Vedam, Pesnal Pracharam. The term that he used, this thing. So this guy is such a boring guy. He only read the Shastra. When he speak, he only speak about Krishna. Even in the car, he only listen to bhajan, nothing else. You know, of course, that's the early days when I was very enthusiastic, but now everything is gone. So anyway, so always we must remember that we should keep ourselves within the association of a devotee. When we associate with devotee, we only talk about this, especially when you take prasadam. All right, in the temple, when you take prasadam, isolate yourself. Don't sit and talk. It's not a place to talk. Prasadam, you are honoring, you're not eating. You're honoring the remnants of Krishna. So take the prasadam, go in one isolated place. You put your gesture, you're not interested to talk to them. All right? Put it in one place, sit down, and start to honor prasadam. Before honor prasadam, try to memorize this song. Sarira Abhidijal Dorindaya Tayakal. Always we chant this mantra before we take prasadam. But try to understand the meaning. Oh, my dear Krishna, my tongue is so wicked. My tongue, so wicked. And in order to control this wicked tongue, you are so mercifully given your remnants of your remnants. Therefore, I'm going to honor your remnants and to curb my wicked tongue. With that prayer, try to honor every morsel of the prasadam. Don't go and sit down in a round, you know, oh, can you come and join us? Sometimes when people say, can you please come and join? Usually I wouldn't join. So whenever they come, they will sit beside, they want to talk. I just close my eyes. I just, like as though I'm praying. And when they talk, I don't even pay attention. Just say, yeah, 1 or 2 words, but I won't pay attention. Very important. Then after that, you want to have a gathering. You just have some of friends, a group of friends. They say, hey, are you free tonight? Yes, I'm free. Would you like to come to my house? Get 2 or 3 of your friends. Please come to my house. Why? I cook some nice prasadam. Come and have. Come and have prasadam. Or please come. I'm inspired. I read a portion in Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita, and I think I would like to discuss with you. Let's have a small discussion. Oh, please come. Let's have some small kirtan. So you just come, sit down, just take the kartal mridanga, or maybe you just clap and start to sing. Or I've learned one new bhajan. Bhakti Vinod bhajan is very nice. Yesterday I shared one bhajan, right? Gai Gora Madhur Sware, Gai Gora Madhur Sware. So like that. So I listened. So let's look at the translation. Engage in that way. All right. Or if don't have anyone, just at least sit with your family members, your children, or whatever it is, start to sing. Don't waste your time with Prajalpa. Don't need to worry what the country is happening. Don't need to worry. Oh, after Anwar Ibrahim, we don't know who is the president. Prime Minister. Who cares? Whether Anwar Ibrahim or whoever it is, still another rope will come, will destroy, will some or other will create more uneasiness. They are not creating this thing. So it doesn't matter. So engage in thinking. So that means we can imagine the potency, especially the devotee who sit together. That's why it says a devotee that sits together and engage in talking on the pastime. Krishna Katha is very, very, very important. Don't do dosa kirtan. Talk nonsense. Talk, what they call gossip. Rather do Krishna Kirtan, Hari Kirtan. Okay? It's very important. So please make it in your journal. If you have some people who are like calling you, inviting you to come and do this and that, you better avoid them. Let them get upset with you. It doesn't matter. Your sadhana, your consciousness is very important. Okay? Like that. All right? So now it's 10:26. Shall we just take a short break? Anyway, today can we just overshoot by what? 15 minutes? Is that okay with everyone?
Okay, bro. Okay,
Alright.
okay, bro.
Wow. This guy talking like in a walkie-talkie. Okay. Pause. Okay, now let's look at the next one. Yatava. Ye bhakti prabha vishnuta kavalita kleshor maya kurvate drik patepi girnam krita pranashtishu prayena mokshadishu tan prema prasarotsava stavakita swantan pramodashrubir nirdautasya tatan muhu pulakinodyayan namaskurmahe. Okay, so this is quoting from 2.1.284. Oh, the phrase back. Anyway, so now, okay, now let's look at this. Those devotees express their feeling in such a way that they automatically melt with ecstasy. Now he's quoting from those devotees express their feeling in such a way that they automatically start to melt with ecstasy. And many transcendental symptoms become manifest in their bodies. There are a lot of transcendental symptoms manifest in their body. So now it says, anyone desiring advancement in devotional service must follow in the footsteps of such devotees. Haribol. All right. If those who wants to achieve pure devotion, they must follow the footsteps of such devotees. And who are these devotees? These are called Uttama Adhikari. So Uttama Adhikari means automatically melt. When they talk about Krishna only, they start to melt in ecstasy. And you see a lot of other transcendental symptoms like palpitation. The hair starts standing to the end. Forgetfulness. Sudden morose. I give you one good example. If you want to see that, please watch Aindra Prabhu's Kirtan. When you see Aindra Prabhu, when he start to sing Kirtan, his eyes will become dilate. His eyes wide open. The pupils start dilate. And he'll be like as though he don't know what is happening. That is one of the symptoms. As we go on, we will study the symptoms. Anyway, so these are the symptoms manifest in their body. So anyone desiring advancement in devotional service, all right, must follow the footsteps of such devotees. Example, Maharaj Prahlad said that no one can attain perfectional stage of devotional service without bowing down before the exalted devotees. So without bowing down, right? Without showing or offering our obeisances to our with the devotion, this thing, there's no way we can achieve the perfectional stage. So bowing down to a pure devotee means also consider accepting a guru, and accepting initiation. All right. Before that, we can't achieve that. Markandeyada proktaha sadhanai prapta siddhaya. Okay. So learned sages like Markandeya Rishi attain perfectional devotional service simply by executing such regulative principle of service. All right. So he also achieved, Markandeya Rishi also achieved this kind of perfection by sadhana bhakti. All right. Or Vaidhi sadhana. Ata kripa siddhaha. Yata Sri Dashame, quoting from 10.23.44, 43 and 44, verse 43-44 from Srimad Bhagavatam. Nasham dvijati sanskaro, na vivaso guravapi. Tato tapa natma mimangsa, na shaucham na kriya shubhaha. Atapi he uttama shloke, Krishne yogeshwareshware, bhaktir dridana chasmakam, sangsara sanskara dimatam api. All right, in two verses, 86 and 286 and 287. So it says, a person achieving perfection in devotional service simply by the causeless mercy of the Lord is explained in Srimad Bhagavatam in connection with the Brahmana and their wives who engage in performing yajna or sacrifice. Okay, there's a Srimad Bhagavatam, there's a story. When the wives of Brahmana were favored by Lord Krishna and immediately attained the ecstasy love of Godhead, their husband said, how wonderful is that although these women have undertaken no reformatory performance such as accepting a sacred thread, have not resided in monasteries of the spiritual master, have not observed the strict principle of celibacy, have not undergone any austerities, have not philosophized upon the observance of ritualistic ceremony, they still have attained the favor of Krishna, which is aspired even by a great mystic. All right. So what is that story? The Brahmana, Krishna felt hungry. And the Brahmanas were performing fire sacrifice, putting all the edible stuff into fire. Yagya, swaha, taking the grain, the food, everything put in the fire. So Krishna went and asked, look here, my dear Brahmana, I'm feeling so hungry, give me food. What? Then the Brahmana says, what are you talking? What are you talking? I am using this to offering to the Lord. I'm offering, I'm doing yagya. Okay? I will give you after the yagya over. I'll give you after the yagya is over. Okay? They forgot that the yagya they're doing is to please him. But they say, Nema, after the yagya over, then I give it to you. Right? Then what happened? Okay? After that, these both Krishna and Balaram will go to their wife. They go there, they didn't give, they go to the wife. The wife, they ask, my dear mother, I'm feeling so hungry, can you feed me? Yes, please come. They just, without even thinking, because they need to finish the yagya, they need to offering, they just didn't care. They took all the things they prepared for the offering and start to feed Krishna and Balaram. And after they ate, what happened? After they ate that prasad, this thing, the wives were engaged in performing, connection with the Brahmana, and their wives engage in the performing yagya or sacrifice. But then after that, the wives, what they did, were favored by the Lord, immediately attained the ecstasy of love of Godhead. By just giving the foodstuff to Krishna directly, they achieve a great ecstasy, bhava and this thing. So, and the husband says, the Brahmana, when they come back, when they start to see the wife's symptoms, they were wondering. They say, how is that although these women have not undertaken no reformatory performance? That means they have not undergone any kind of initiation. In those days, the women are not initiated. The husband is initiated. The wife will serve the husband. All right. But nowadays, of course, Prabhupada was so merciful, he started to initiate the women. And not only that, they also give Brahman initiation to the women. Those days, it's not known All right. So they see they have never gone this kind of ritualistic set of this thing, or like example like accepting sacred thread. That means they are not initiated. In other words, Brahmin initiated. They don't have a thread like men wears. Then secondly, have not resided in monastery, because the Brahmanas, when they were young, they lived in Gurukula. They lived under Guru, monastery, or monastery of the spiritual master. But these girls have not done that. They have not observed the strict principle of celibacy. They were never were brahmachari. The women are not brahmachari. The brahmacharini ashram is something bogus. All right. There's no such thing brahmacharini. Initially, when the woman is young, protected by the father. When they are in marriageable age, they are protected by the husband. When they are old, protected by the sons. The woman has to be protected in all stage of life. But it's natural also, right? When you see a child, a son or a daughter come back, when they say, where are you going? Oh, I'm going back to my hometown, my mother's house. The father should have worked so hard to build the house. But the term they say, mother's house. For what? To eat mother's cooking. So once they come back home, they see the father, yeah, Appa, yeah, are you okay? Are you okay? Okay. But they will go and hug the mother and sit with the mother and be talking the whole day. The father will be just sitting and listening, because it's natural for a child or anybody, right? When we see a man beggar, a male beggar, we seems to be, yeah, okay, take something and just. But when we see a female beggar, our heart will start to melt. Oh, you, why, Amma, why mother, why are you begging? Are you okay or not? You know, we tend to like help her. We tend to talk to them. That is why. So that is mother. They are mother when they are small. When they are mother in intermediate, they are also mother when they get old. So now the Brahmanas are wondering that these people have not even have strict celibacy. They were living under the father's guide. Then after they got married, they never practiced any kind of brahmacharya. And they have not undergone any austerities. They have never sit and meditate or did all these kind of austerities. Like when it comes Margali, wake up early in the morning, go to the river and take your bath. Nothing you have done. Then they have not even philosophized. That means they don't even study the Vedas and understand the philosophy. They just simply listen. What the husband says, they listen. But to apply it, philosophized, you know, they didn't do that. And they also have not done any observance of ritualistic ceremony. They don't sit and do yagya and all this. When they didn't do any of this, but they were awe-stricken, but they still have attained the favor of Krishna. They have attained the favor of Krishna, which is aspired even by a great mystic. They want that. So now the question is, then after that followed, how wonderful is that these women have attained such perfection? How wonderful. While we Brahmanas, although have performed all reformatory activities, cannot attain these advanced stages. Advanced stage. So now what we understand from here. So to be advanced in all these things, one is by your own favor. This is an example that Krishna gave by his appearance in front of the Brahman, the wives of the Brahmanas. They achieved the highest level of ecstasy. Okay. Now, yatava na kaschit abhavat gurur bhajana yantrana vijnata na sadhana. Na means no sadhana. Without chate shrama lavasya gandopyabut. Okay, I think shrama means hard work. Anyway, let's see that thing. Gatosi charitartatam paramahansa murgya shriya mukunda pada patmayo pranaya siduna dharaya. So it says here, there's a similar statement by Narada Muni. Okay, statement by Narada addressed to Sukadev Goswami. Narada Muni is speaking to Sukadev Goswami. He said, my dear Sukadev Goswami, you never took the trouble to reside under the care of spiritual master. Sukadev Goswami is liberated from birth. Why? We will discuss that in Srimad Bhagavatam. Who is Sukadev Goswami? We will talk about it when we start our Srimad Bhagavatam. In Bhagavatam Mahatmya is mentioned. So what happened? He didn't undergo any kind of this kind of care under spiritual master. and yet you have attained such a great status of transcendental knowledge. You never took the trouble, yes, srama, sramangal. In Tamil we call seramam, okay? You never took a trouble to undergo severe austerity. And still, how wonderful is that you have situated in the most perfect stage, love of Godhead. All right? Okay. Now, the next one. Kripa Siddha, Yakna Patni, Virochani, Shukadayaha. Sukadev Goswami and the wives of the Brahmana performing yajna are vivid example. Who? First is Sukadev Goswami and the wife of Brahmana were performing yajna is a vivid. Vivid means clear example. Vivid, the word vivid means clear. Clear example of devotee have achieved the perfectional stage of devotional service by the grace of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So maybe one or two example only can find the entire Bhagavad. But then it says, Ata Nitya Siddhaha. Ata, quoting, right? Nitya Siddha. Ata, that means there. Ata means there. Therefore, Nitya Siddhaha. Okay, Nitya means perfect, eternal. Nitya means Nityam, eternal. Siddha. Siddha means perfection. Okay. Atmakoti, Gunam Krishne, Premanam Paramam Gataha, Nityananda, Guna Sarve, Nitya Siddha, Mukundavat. Okay, eternal perfection. It says that person who have achieved eternal blissful life, exactly on the level of Sri Krishna, and who are able to attract Lord Krishna by their transcendental loving service, are called eternally perfect. All right? Do you remember the things that we have studied before? There's a three things. What is the term that they use? Can you all remember? We studied in chapter 23. Anyone?
என்ன கேட்டீங்க பிரபு திருப்பி சொல்லுங்க
No. Nectar of Devotion, we studied about 3 perfectional stage. What are they? Anyone? 3 perfectional stage.
வைஜி சாதனா பக்தி
No.
Oh.
Not that. Chapter 23, first paragraph. Do you all have a book with you? Can you open chapter 23, page 195?
Dero Datta, Prabhu.
Yes. What is that?
Dero Lalita, Dera.
No, that is the qualities. That is the Diro Datta, Diro Lalita, Dira Madhurya. All these are qualities. But here, we are talking about the first paragraph in page 195. Can you see? Anyone got a book with you?
Yeah, Prabhu.
Please read the first paragraph, Prabhu.
Srila Rupa Goswami states that although Lord Krishna is the reservoir of unlimited pleasure and the greatest leader of all, he is still dependent upon his devotees in 3 ways. According to the emotional status of the devotee, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is appreciated in 3 ways as the most perfect, most perfect, very perfect, and perfect.
Perfect. Okay. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Most perfect means what?
Vrindavana, Prabhu.
Correct. Goloka Vrindavan. Most perfect. Very perfect?
Dwaraka,
Dwaraka. And perfect?
Madura.
No. Madura is perfect. Most perfect is Goloka.
Yoliga.
Very perfect is Madura. Perfect is Dwaraka. Okay. Now we are talking about eternal perfection. So what are they quoting here? Which area?
Vaikuntha.
No, Goloka. All right.
Yeah.
Goloka, eternal perfection. So those have achieved eternal blissful life, level of Sri Krishna. How can it be Vaikuntha, Prabhu? You understand?
Sorry. Goluka, Prabhu.
Yeah, because exactly to the level of Krishna. Because Krishna don't live in Vaikuntha. Yes or not?
Yeah, because it's explained in the Bhagavatam. Whenever Krishna comes down, he brings them along.
Yes. But now this statement here, Atma Koti Gunam Krishne. Krishne Premanam. Krishna Prema. Then Paramam, Supreme Gata. That's or not?
Yeah.
So achieve the eternal blissful life exactly on the level of Sri Krishna. That means you're talking about Goloka Vrindavan. Okay?
Yeah.
Why Goloka Vrindavan? Why not Dwaraka? Why not Mathura? Because Mathura and Dwaraka are still in Goloka Vrindavan. Yes? You know the Goloka Vrindavan setup? We have read that before, right? Anyone remembers? First is Brahma Jyoti from Viraja river. Viraja river in between is Kailash. Half Kailash, half light and dark. The dark Kailash, Kala Bhairava staying there. Kailash. Then Viraja river. Then above Viraja river, it is Brahma Jyoti. You penetrate into Brahma Jyoti, is a spiritual sky. You see all the Vaikunthas are there. Then after you penetrate through the Vaikuntha, then you go to Ayodhya Dham. In between Goloka and Vaikuntha, in between is Ayodhya. Lord Ramachandra is there. Then you enter into Goloka Vrindavan. First layer, Jagannath Puri or Dwaraka. Then you go inside Mathura. You go inside further, Goloka. And you go detail. You see what? What are the topmost place?
Vrindavan, Babu.
Yeah, in Vrindavan, what is the topmost place?
Krishna Loka. Krishna Loka.
No, it's already Krishna Loka.
Radhakun.
Radhakun and
Govardhan.
what's it?
Govardhan.
Govardhan. Yes, Radhakun Govardhan is the topmost. Right? So like that. So now when we talk about here and when we talk about eternal perfection, where are we talking? Which area we are talking about? Anyone?
Radhakun.
Where are we are talking about Radhakun
And
and
Govardhan.
Govardhan or this Vrindavan, the area of Vrindavan, where is pastimes. Okay, because you're talking about eternal perfection. So that means, in other words, we understand those who achieve eternal perfection, blissful, exactly on the level of Krishna. So exactly in the level of Krishna means what? The Gopals, the Gopis. Right? Why? How to understand? Am I saying the right thing? How to understand? Let's look at the next statement. Who are able to attract Lord Krishna? Who can attract Lord Krishna? Who can attract Lord Krishna? Gopis, the Gopals, especially the Gopis, the topmost devotees. And how they attract Krishna? By their transcendental loving service. Right? Through the love. You know? Because Krishna start wondering, why Gopis like me so much? What do I have? Are you following me on this, please, Prabhus and Mothers?
Yeah.
Are you following me? Okay, good. So like that. So that means it's an attraction, the transcendental loving service. That means you're talking about Gopis. So these are the people called eternally perfect. You got it? Please underline this statement. Eternally perfect. Maybe you can put a short statement here. Gopis, to the level of Gopis. So are we talking about Bhava or Prema?
Prema, Prabhu.
Prema.
Prema. Who is Bhava? Who is the perfect Bhava?
Mathura. Mathura tulunga.
And who? Yare.
Udava.
Now, who is in the perfect Bhava?
Deviki, Amma.
Yasoda.
Okay.
Yasoda is perfect Bhava. Okay, and Rupa, that means spontaneously they start to serve Krishna. They're in perfect Bhava. But perfect Prema is Gopis. See how we quote. Okay? All right. So, called eternally perfect. So, when we have a chance, and when we are under this Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Sampradaya, why not we attempt to go to the eternally perfect place? When you have a chance, why not? Okay. So the technical name is Nitya Siddha. Nitya Siddha or And there are two classes of living entities. The two classes Nitya Siddha, that means namely Nitya Siddha, Nitya Baddha. So that means what? So there's a distinction between the Nitya Siddha. Okay, is that Nitya Siddha, eternally Krishna conscious without any forgetfulness. Nitya Siddha means, that means you're in full Krishna consciousness and you won't even forget him for a second. Whereas Nitya Baddha, eternally conditioned soul. What they call Nitya Baddha in Tamil? Nitya Bandham. Bandham is attachment. Right? Yerkya Nitya Bandham. So Bandham, that means we are attached, we are conditioned. So through the Bandham comes condition. Sonda Bandham. Oh, this is my relatives. This aristocrat is mine. Where do we see the quotation? Where do we see the quotation in Bhagavad Gita? Can anyone remember?
Come again, Babu?
Where is the quotation where the people are talking about Nitya Bandha? This is my family. This is my aristocrat. Remember the verse in the statement in Bhagavad Gita? Of course, I don't remember the verse. Can you recall in Bhagavad Gita? Krishna will be explaining to Arjuna the qualities of a ... Who?
Conditioned souls.
No. The qualities of ... What is the dots?
I don't get you.
See, there is in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna will be telling, this is my family. I came from aristocrat family. You know, today I have earned this much. Tomorrow I will gain more and more. He is my enemy. Therefore, I will kill him. I will eliminate him from being my competitor.
Mode of passion, Babu.
Yes, but who is the ... Who are the people who think like that?
Who want to
Opposite.
think about money, and they always want to collect.
Yeah, who are they? Who are they? What are they? What is
Foolish.
opposite of...
Foolish. Foolish.
Not foolish. What is the opposite of devotee?
Naradama.
Huh?
Naradama.
No, not Narada. What is the opposite of devotee?
Artista.
Asuras.
What is the opposite? Asuras, demon. There's a mode of demoniac quality. Yes or not? Krishna will be explaining.
Yeah, brother.
So what they say? Oh, today I've earned this much, and tomorrow I earn even more.
I'll
You
kill.
know? Huh?
I'll kill my enemy, Babu.
Yeah, he's my enemy. I will kill him. I will rejoice. I am great. Remember? What are they? These are the people called Nitya Baddhas or Nitya. That means eternally conditioned soul. Now, can you see the relation? Can you get the idea?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. So now Nitya Baddhas or eternally conditioned. So the eternally conditioned, who are these people by nature? Who are these people by nature? Demoniac people, demonic nature. Yes, Saki Mataji. Saki Mataji, you have a question?
Hare
Saki
Krishna Prabhu.
Chapakalata. Yes, Mataji.
பிரபு நீங்க இப்ப சொல்லியிருந்தீங்களே நியர் பெர்ஃபெக்ட் வந்து பிருந்தாவன் வெரி பெர்ஃபெக்ட் வந்து மதுரான்னு சொல்லியிருந்தீங்க கரெக்டா பிரபு?
No.
So,
Wrong.
இப்ப என்னோட question சொல்லுங்க.
Very perfect is Vrindavan.
ஓகே
Most perfect is Mathura.
ஓகே மோஸ்ட் பெர்ஃபெக்ட் இஸ் மதுரா.
Perfect is Dwaraka.
ஓகே ஓகே இப்ப என்னோட கொஸ்டின் என்ன பிரபு, இப்ப நீங்க சொல்லிருந்தீங்களா பாவா ஸ்டேஜ்ல இருக்கிறவங்க வந்து யசோதாமான்னு சொன்னீங்களே, அவங்க கோபிஸ் தானே பிரபு? வை நாட் ஷீஸ் இன் பிரேமா ஸ்டேஜ் பிரபு? ஏன் அவங்க பாவால இருக்காங்க?
Because she is in motherly relationship.
ஓ
So motherly relationship means when the Krishna runs, he makes sure that Krishna is well fed. They cook for Krishna. Is Bhava. Bhava means, in other words, what? Spontaneous.
ஓகே
Oh, Krishna is hungry. I have to feed him. Oh, Krishna come back so dusty. I immediately have this thing. So even though she's tired, oh, she always thinking, what can I do? Spontaneous. Motherly love is spontaneous. You got it, Mataji?
ஸோ ஹவ் அபவுட் தேவகி அம்மா அவங்க எதில் இருக்காங்க ப்ரோ? தேவகி
also Baba.
புரியுது ப்ரோ. தேவகி அம்மாலாம் அவங்கலாம் பிரபு.
They are all under Baba.
ஓகே.
Because how can mother can be prema? How can mother Yasoda and Devaki dance with Krishna, hugging Krishna and kissing Krishna? Nadakuma.
மதர். கரெக்ட் ப்ரோ.
So the prema is by love.
லவ்.
Of course, they also have love, but their love is in Baba, spontaneous.
Understand.
So, Mother Devaki and Mother Yasoda cannot dance Rasa Leela with Krishna. So there's a difference, okay?
Thank you.
Good question, Mataji. Very good. So now, that means, whereas the Nitya Bandhas are eternally conditioned soul, and they are forgetful of their relationship with Krishna. So they start to act independently. And naturally, these are the mode of demoniac people. All right. Yata Patme, Sri Bhagavat Satyabhama Devi Sangvade. Okay, now it's quoting. Yata means quoting from Padma. Patme, I think it's Padma Purana. Okay. Okay, yeah, I think Patme means Padma Purana. So what they're quoting on Sri Bhagavat Satyabhama Devi Samvade. That means quoting from Satyabhama. Okay, now Ata Brahmadi Devanam Tata Prarthanaya Bhuvaha Agatoham Gana Sarve Jatastepi Maya Saha Iti Etehi Yadava Sarva Mat Gana Eva Bhamini Sarvada Mat Priya Devi Mat Tulya Guna Salinaha. Okay. So the position of the Nitya Siddha, okay, Nitya Siddha eternally distinct, explained in the Padma, yes, Padma Purana, in connection with the narration of Supreme Personality of Godhead and Satyabhama. So it's a narration of Krishna with Satyabhama. Okay, Satyabhama is the Krishna's queen, where in Dwaraka. Okay, Rukmani, Satyabhama, all the queens. Gopis are the lovers. Okay, you must remember that. Radharani is a lover, but Satyabhama is the queen. Okay, now, the Lord tells Satyabhama. So the Lord tells Satyabhama, my dear Satyabhama Devi, I have descended to this earthly planet by the request of Lord Brahma and other demigods. Those who are born into this family of Yadu are all my eternal associate. So Yadu is called Yadava. You know, sometimes there's a people from that clan, Yadava clan. They always still believe that they are family members of Krishna. When the Yadava migrated to South India, they became Konar. They are known as Konar. So their natural is to rear cows. Konar. Okay. And when you see the Konar, their family members always have this kind of name of Krishna. Example, I've got one of my extended relation. Okay, my maternal uncle, my Thai Maman, married to Konar family. Okay, my atte, all these are Konar family. And what is her father's name? O Gopala Krishnan. And brother's name is Radha Krishnan. And our other brothers, they are known as what is his name? Ramanathan. So they always have this kind of name of Krishna. Okay, Konar. Okay, now we come here. But those who are born in the family of Yadu are my all eternal associates. My dear wife, you should not consider that my associates are ever separated from me. Krishna is explaining to Satyabhama. Remember that my associates are ever, do not think that they are separated from me. They are my personal expansion. Please underline the statement here. They are my personal expansion. Okay, where is it? Ataturama Ganai Sarva Jata Pipyasaha Etehi Yadava Sarve Mat Gana. Yeah, Mat Gana. I think Mat Gana is my expansion. Anyway, I'm forgetting my Sanskrit. Anyway, so now, so they are my personal expansion. As such, you must know that they are almost as powerful as I am. So the pure devotees and the devotees, all right? So he says they are all my expansion. Because of their transcendental qualities, they are very, very dear to me, as I am very, very dear to them. So now it says, anyone who became accelerated by hearing of the pastimes of Lord Krishna. That means accelerated means what? Anyone become accelerated means they become excited. They become very excited listening to the pastime of Krishna, Krishna Katha. when he was present on this earth, that means when he was on this planet, with his associates, these are the people to be understood as what? Nitya Siddha, eternally perfect. So that's the thing. Krishna Katha is very important. Talking about the pastimes of Krishna is very, very important. All right. So Krishna declared anyone who become accelerated when they get excited listening to all this Krishna Katha. All right. They are when he's present on this, he's and actually to be understood as Nitya Siddha. In those days in the village, they always like to do this Ramayana drama or Krishna drama. Drama is one way of explaining the pastimes of Krishna. Even when you look at all the villages in India in those days, nowadays it's gone. In all the yesteryears, say like around 100 years ago, every night they gather after the whole day hard work. At night, they'll be sitting and listen to Krishna Katha. They'll bring a sadhu and the sadhu start to speak about Ramayana. The sadhu will speak about Mahabharata. They start to talk about all the pastime of Krishna. They don't go into that technical part because the humble villagers, they might not understand the technical part. But what is the point of technical part when they get so excited listening to the pastimes? How Ramachandra came, how Sita was banished. Even until today, if at all, if you get a chance to read Ramayana, or those who have read Ramayana, when we read Ramayana, okay, now before that, I want to ask you, did any one of you have read Ramayana? Anyone?
Yeah, I attended Ramapada Swami Ramayana before.
Okay, did you read, Mataji? Read.
No, just the slide, read from the slide that he presented.
Okay, you read from the slide. Okay. How about others?
I got read, Prabhu, got read.
Okay, Varaja Prema. And another one more person?
Yes, but a long time ago.
You have read. Okay. Now, okay, let me hear from you. Suddha Sindhu Mataji and Charanakshmi Mataji and Vraja Prema. When you read Ramayana, when the time the Sita get abducted and Rama will be lamenting, is there any way that your anger start to rise? You start to curse Ravana. Huh?
Yes, yes.
You did. Okay. How about you, Sudha Mataji?
That
Have
time,
you experienced?
that time I never thought of that at that time.
Okay. That's why. Because when you read, it's different. When you start reading it, all right, when you start to read one by one, when you go on, when the Ravana abduct this thing, you will become very angry. You will start to curse Ravana, you stupid Ravana, how dare you to kidnap Mother Sita? You see the pitiable cry of Sita Devi, please let me go. And after that, Rama will be, when he heard that Sita get kidnapped, he will faint. And it's still today, when the person reads Ramayana, you can see all kind of ecstatic feeling. You can see arouse of anger. Until at one moment, you will start to curse Kaushalya, Kaikeyi, the mother of Bharat. How dare you to this thing, until the lady, the Kuni, right? The she come and poison.
Mantra,
The maid.
mantra.
Huh?
Mantra.
Mantra.
Kuni. The Kuni name.
How you spell?
Mantra தான் நினைக்கிறேன் Prabhu. Mantra தான்.
Prabhu,
Okay.
her name is Mantra, M-A-N-T-R-A.
Okay, Mantra. All right. So the maid servant, the Kuni, right? The old lady, she will come and her name is Mantra, come and spoil. Why not your son become the king? Why Rama? So the Kaikeyi will come. Kaikeyi, right? Yeah, she go and ask Dasaratha. Look here, you have given me a boon. You ask anytime you want the boon, ask me. Now I want that boon. He said, yes, what is that? I want you to banish Rama to the forest and make my son Bharat the next king. Of course, the king have already said. So at that moment when you see, how dare you, crazy lady, then that Kuni, then all these kind of frustration, anger, and all these kind of things will start to manifest. You know, this kind of manifestation will start to happen. And at one moment, you know, I think the story of what's the king name? Kulashekara Alvar. I think the king Kulashekara, when he was listening to the narration of Ramayana, when the time that Sita got abducted, he becomes so angry, and immediately he will just rise from the throne, and he will call upon his commander-in-chief. You call the commander-in-chief. Now prepare the army. Now we are going to Lanka. We're going to kill that Ravana. That kind of ecstatic feeling, you know. Let's go and kill the Ravana. You know? Then after that, the minister will come and tell, hey, look here, look here, look here. This story happened long time ago. It's already over. Okay, it's already over. So this, just give me a second. So many messages are coming in. Okay, I delete everything. Okay. So they say, so now, so even today, that kind of ecstasy coming. So these are the called like Nitya Siddhas. That's why Krishna Katha is very important. You know, when we always start to speak about Krishna and all these kind of pastimes, we will absorb into that pastime. You know, when once we go to Canto 10, and of course we are doing the deep studies, we're going to read one by one, and Canto 10, Prabhupada's ecstatic moment of, what they call, he is in great ecstasy, right? He is in great ecstasy. But of course, he did not finish it. I think the great ecstasy. Anyway, so we don't go into the detail, all right? So like that. So these are the example of eternally perfected. Tata cha Sri Dasame. Okay, we just quote this as the last one. Tata cha Sri Dashame. Okay, quoting from the 10th canto, chapter 14, text 32, Srimad Bhagavatam. Aho Bhakyam. Aho Bhakyam. Aho means what? Aha. Hey, wow. Aho means in Sanskrit, when you see the word aho, is wow. Aho Bhakyam. Bhakyam means what? Fortunate people. Aho Bhakyam. So it's mentioned 2 times. Aho Bhakyam. Aho Bhakyam. Nanda Gopa Vrajosh Kasham. Tan Mitram Paramanandam. Paramanandam. Great ecstatic. Purnam Brahma Sanatanam. Aho Bhakyam, Nanda Gopa Vrajokasham, Yan Mitram Paramanandam, Purnam Brahma Sanatanam. In the 10th canto, 14th chapter, verse 30, Srimad Bhagavatam, there's a statement. How wonderful. Aho. How. Bhakyam. Wonderful. In Tamil also we call Bhakyasali, right? How Bhakyam. How wonderful are the fortunate residents of Vrindavan, such as Nanda and the cowherd boys, cowherd men, right? So, Nanda Gopa, Vraja Kausham. Nanda Gopa, Nanda Maharaj. The Gopa means Gopal, Vraja means the resident of Vraja, right? How fortunate are the cowherd men. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Supreme Brahman, has actually become their intimate friend, all right? So, they become, so, Yan Mitram Paramanandam, Purnam Brahma. Purna means the Supreme Brahman. Sanatanam. Sanatan means what? Sanatana means he became friend. He become their friend. Tatreva 10, 26, 13. Bhagavatam. Dustyajas chanuragosmin sarvesham no vrajaukasham nandate tanayas masu tasya pyotpatika katham. A similar statement is quoted in the 10th canto, 26th chapter, verse 13 of Bhagavatam. It says, when Lord Krishna lifted Govardhan hill, the cowherd men under the protection of Lord Krishna became struck with wonder. Wow, how is that possible? And went to Nanda Maharaj and inquired from him. They all went, all the what they call? The cowherd men. They went to Nanda Maharaj. He said, my dear Nanda Maharaj, how is that we are so intensely attached to Krishna and Krishna is also so affectionately attached to us? Does that mean he is the super soul of everyone? Because they start to become doubtful. Why are we so attached to him? And why is he so attached to us? Is it God himself? They couldn't even recognize him. They are in so intense love. But at that moment, they became like doubtful. Actually, this boy, is he God himself? Sanatanam mitra ityas Sanatanam mitram iti tasyapi outpatika katam snehosmas iti chaitasam nitya prashtatvam agatam. All the residents of Vrindavan and Dwaraka, namely the cowherd man and the members of Yadu family, are eternally perfect devotees. Sanatana mitra tasyapi outpatika katam. How? As the Lord descended by his causeless mercy upon the planet in order to help the pastime of the Lord, these devotees also come here. So they came just to assist the Lord in his pastime. And these the people in Vrindavan and Dwaraka are his eternal associate from Vrindavan and Dwaraka. They are not ordinary living entities or conditioned soul. They are ever liberated person, associate of the personality of Godhead. Nitya Prestavam Agatam. Snehos Masvite. Okay. So like that. Okay, it's already 10:15. Okay, we do the last one. Then the others we continue tomorrow. Ityata Katita Nitya. Priya Yadava Vallava. Esham Lauki Kava Chesta. Leela Mura Ripor Iva. And just as Lord Krishna behaved like an ordinary man when he descended to this planet, so the members of the Yadu dynasty and the residents of Vrindavan, they also execute the activity just like ordinary people. You know, but they are not ordinary men. They are liberated as Krishna himself. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Such an ecstatic discussion we had today. Unfortunately, the time runs faster, and it's my humble obeisance to each and every one of you for giving me the opportunity to discuss this Krishna Katha. So may all our day today become very auspicious in meditation about Krishna and his eternal associate in Dwaraka and Vrindavan. All right. So we mark our book here in Padma Purana Uttarakanda. The 10th and 14th chapter. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have only 4. 1, 2, 3. We only have 3 paragraphs to finish. Is it okay we finish the paragraph today?
Yes, Prabhu. Myself finish it today.
Okay, Prabhu, okay.
It's
Prabhu,
so
Hare
ecstatic.
Krishna.
Yes? All right. Okay, we finish it today. Tatahi Patmottara Kande Yata Saumitri Bharatau Yata Sankar Sanadaya Tata Teneva Jayanti Nija Lokat Yadirchaya Punas Teneva Gachanti Tat Padang Shashvatam Param Na Karma Bandhanam. Na means no. No karma bandhanam. Janma Vaishnavanam cha vidyate. So in Padma Purana Uttarakanda section is stated that Lord Ramachandra descend along with Lakshmana, an expansion of Sankarshana, and Bharata, the expansion of Pradyumna, and the members of the Yadu dynasty and the cowherd men of Vrindavan also descended with Lord Krishna. So we understand from here that all the associate Lord Ramachandra, that means the Lakshmana, Bharata, Satrugna, all these are Krishna's, they are all expansion like Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and all this kind of expansion. And similarly, all the cowherd men in Vrindavan also descend into Krishna. Why? In order to join the transcendental pastime of the Lord. Because Krishna doesn't come alone. He comes with his associate. When the Supreme Lord returns to his eternal abode, his associate also return with him to their respective places. As such, these ever liberated Vaishnavas are not bound by material law of birth and death. As stated in Bhagavad Gita by the Lord himself, his birth, in Bhagavad Gita, what he calls his birth, deeds and activities are all transcendental. Similarly, birth, deeds and activities of the associate of the Lord are also transcendental. Even their pastime, the devotee's pastime, is also considered transcendental. As it is an offense. Now, again, Prabhupada is explaining, this can be an offense to consider oneself to be Krishna. Okay, like some lot of jokers, they call like Sai Baba, all call themselves as Krishna, Rama. It's big offense. So it's offensive to also consider oneself to be Yashoda. Okay, Nanda or any other associate of the Lord. They say, oh, there's sometimes they do, oh, I am the Yasoda, oh, I am the Nanda. It's very offensive. So we should always remember, Prabhupada explained that they are transcendental, they are never conditioned soul. They are all transcendental living entities. They are not conditioned soul like us. Ye prokta pancha panchasat. Ye prokta pancha panchasat. Panchashat. Kramat kangsharipor guna. Te chanya chapi siddeshu. Siddhidatvadayo mata. It is described that Krishna, the enemy of Kamsa, has 64 transcendental qualities. We have read that, okay? And all of ever liberated soul who accompany the Lord have 55 of that qualities. First 55 qualities, without any doubt. So we human being got 50 qualities. And above us, it is Devas, the demigods. They have 50 qualities in full. We only have a little, but they have in full. They can live a long life, they can fly here and there, we cannot do that. But they have incomplete. 55 qualities, extra 5 qualities, you can find it in the Devas, like Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma. They have 55 qualities. And extra 5, 60 qualities, Lord Vishnu, all the expansions of Krishna, all the expansion of Vishnu, Narayana, they have 60 qualities in complete. And extra 4 qualities that only Krishna has it, all attractive, always surrendered by the devotees, always with the flute, so like that. So these are the qualities Lord Krishna have. But here it's mentioned that says that even the pure devotee of the Lord or the associate of the Lord, they have the first 50 qualities. The one who accompany the Lord, they have all the 55 qualities, just like the demigods. And there's no doubt about it. Bhaktastu kirtita shantas, tata sada sutadayaha, sakayo guru vargascha, prayascheti panchada guru varga. So such devotees are related to Supreme Lord in any of the 5 transcendental mellow. So that means these devotees are associated with 5 transcendental mellows. How? Namely neutrality, servitorship, friendship, parenthood, and conjugal lover. These relationships with the Lord are eternal. The relation with the Lord are eternal. And therefore, Nitya Siddha devotee do not have strive to attain perfectional stage by executing regulative devotional service. They are eternally qualified to serve Krishna. Okay. So these are the qualities. So that means all such devotees like the associate of Ramachandra, the associate of Krishna in Dwaraka, all these are not an ordinary people. And they always have that mellow. They have their personal service like neutrality, servitorship, friendship, parenthood, and conjugal lover. Okay. And their relation with Krishna is eternal and not Nitya Siddha. Right? So Nitya Siddha. So that means we also must understand we are also related to Krishna, any of these 5 qualities. Are we neutral, servitorship, friendship, parenthood, and even conjugal lover? All right. So Nitya Deha. So we must discover our Nitya Deha, our original form, our original relationship with Krishna. So how we can find out? Of course, through chanting and through very regularly chanting and with so much of attention, we can even find out what is okay. Of course, maybe after some birth and everything. Okay, anyway, there's a lot of description. Okay, so wow. So with this, they all are eternally qualified to serve Krishna. With this, we complete our session on chapter 23. No, chapter 24. So chapter 24, 25. 25. Therefore, we completed our this chapter today. With I think I'm so much in ecstasy. I believe that all of you are so ecstatic talking about the Krishna's pastime. Tomorrow going to be even more exciting. The stimulation. What can stimulate you into ecstatic love? This is going to be very interesting. So I hope that you all join tomorrow. Same time, 9:15. So let's see. We can go through this topic. This is going to be how many pages? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9.5 pages. Anyway, let's see how Krishna wants us to do it. So with this, we end the session here. Please mark your book in the page 209. Okay. So with that, thank you so much. Oh, Hare Krishna Jnana Mataji. I'm so happy to see you today. Wow. Jnana Mataji is our 85-year-old participant. So happy to see you, Mataji. Tomorrow we're going to do it at 9:15. So hope that all of you can join us. So a little favor. So how do you find the class? Put up a little write-up in the group, because tomorrow is going to be very interesting. So your write-up going to make wondering people to at least watch this video or at least join tomorrow's class. All right. Every day when you're listening. So whenever anyone could, please put a thumbs up or reflect to their message, so that people be thinking, why many people are putting thumbs up? Is there something amazing about this session? So it can be a great help. All right. So what to do in this current age, we have to do this kind of little drama in order to encourage people to at least watch this video or at least to join our tomorrow session. Okay, so it's already 11:24. Thank you so much. My heartful gratitude to each and every one of you for joining today's session. Because of your enthusiasm, I'm also very excited. And I believe today is going to be a wonderful day because we had such a beautiful Krishna Katha. Tomorrow is we're going to talk on the stimulation. Imagine we all going to get stimulated. So I can't wait for tomorrow. So till then, have a beautiful devotional day. Pancha kalpatarubhascha, kripa sindhubhevacha, paditanam pavinebhyo, vaishnavebhyo namo nama. Hare Krishna. Have a nice day. Go Ranga.